going on, guys? My name is Drake, and today you have some beautiful, lovely World at War gameplay in front of you today while I am telling a story. If you want to download this World at War map, you can go to the link in the description. It's called Backlot. It's a really, really fun map. It has elements from Doctor Who in it. It has the TARDIS, and it's an awesome challenge you complete. And I just think this is a really fun map. I just played it today. This is my first time playing it. So yeah, enjoy, I guess. But anyway, this story that I'm about to tell happened, like, I don't even know, was it 4 years ago or 5 years ago? I don't know. It happened before I was in 7th grade. It happened before 7th grade. That is all I can tell you. Anyway, I was at summer camp. This was the second year that I had been to that summer camp. And there were these two kids that I made friends with from the first year, and they were pretty cool. They were, you know, just normal kids, and I hung out with them, and, you know, they were fun to hang out with. They were my friends, I guess, for one week out of the summer. Anyway, they loved going into the woods at the summer camp, and I mean, they really loved going into the woods. They were like, I think the first year we found a frog, and we found like a snake, and we found a bunch of stuff in the woods. Like, it was just really fun just to go in the woods. But one of the things were, the woods were off limits. You could only stay in the parts of the summer camp that were on limits. So yeah, I can already tell you that this story is going to take a bad turn. Anyway, after we got settled in and everything, I think it was Monday, we went into the woods, and they were like, yo, we stayed for a couple more weeks last year, and we got this stuff set up, and we just had so much fun. There's this rope swing, and there's just this awesome stuff in the woods. You gotta see it. So we, the four of us, there was actually one more guy that tagged along with us. The four of us, we went into the woods, and there was this little, like, ravine type thing. I can't even call it a ravine. I mean, it was small. It was, like, maybe 10 feet down. Like, I don't even know how like, wide across. It wasn't that far, but it was still, I guess, a good distance, considering we had to jump it. So, the three of them, they jumped it perfectly fine, and I'm like, I don't know, guys, I'm not a good jumper. I just can't jump. I don't jump, and I just can't do it. They're like, come on, Drake, it's fine. You just jump it, and you'll be fine. So, you know, me being Drake and falling into peer pressure and everything, I jump, and my foot did this thing that feet are not supposed to do, and it bent backwards, completely backwards when I landed, and pain shot up through my left foot and my left leg, and it hurt so freaking bad I cannot even explain it. But I didn't really think much about it, honestly, surprisingly, because it hurt so bad that I don't know how I didn't think more about this, like I should go to the nurse right away or anything. But yeah, it really hurt, and I just kind of went on that day. It stopped hurting after a while, and we went on throughout the day, and we went and played on the rope swing that they had set up in the woods, and it was really fun. I think we found like a frog that day, because frogs, there were so many freaking frogs up there, and it was fun, and we were being boys and just having a lot of fun. So then after we stopped being boys and having fun and got out of the woods, we went and we just done some stuff, and actually the two guys that I were hanging out with mostly, they actually got into a fight. So they were no longer friends after that. They were friends, but they were just having like a friend fight. I think they were like, they had already been there for a few weeks, I think, and they were like already like, I don't know, they were just tired of each other, I guess, or just being together for that long, and they had a friend fight. It was no big deal. They had a fight the previous year, I think, too. But anyway, the people that they were hanging out with started to ignore me, and that made me sort of mad, and it made me stressed out, because I sort of just had to walk everywhere alone, and I was lonely, and I had nothing fun to do. Like, seriously, there was this, if you didn't have friends at that camp, you just didn't have anything to do during free time. because there wasn't really that much to do during free time, because you could just kind of walk around the camp, hang out with your friends, and just have fun, I guess. Or try to have as much fun as you could. And that night at dinner is when my stress level started to peak, because first of all, they were serving something that I didn't like, and if I just can't try new food, guys. I have this, I'm a lot better than I used to be, but I just couldn't try new foods back then, and it was really bad and everything. Anyway, I got really stressed out, and then that night I didn't get hardly any sleep because my foot started to hurt really badly that night, and then it was just bad the next day because I had to walk everywhere. The camp, it was so freaking big, and honestly, I went to the nurse and I was like, my foot hurts really bad, and she's like, okay, I'll call your parents. You can stay here, but it just might not be as much fun. It'll take away from your experience a little bit, but I recommend that you do stay here since your parents already paid for it. And I was like, yeah, I think I can stay here. But then that day, my stress levels just started to rise even more. I got really stressed out, and I just didn't like that camp. That camp just wasn't for me, I guess, because I just didn't have any friends. I didn't know any more people. It was really bad getting around and stuff. And it just wasn't fun, I guess. And it was a Christian camp, so we didn't really have that much time to even do stuff. We didn't have that much free time because it was like, mainly we went to Sunday school in the morning. We like ate breakfast, and it just wasn't that fun. I mean, we had free time and we had game time, and game time was like the only time that we had fun, and I wouldn't have been able to participate in that because of my foot. So it was just bad. And I told the nurse. I went to the nurse, and I was like, I want to go home. Call my parents. I'm going home. And she's like, are you sure? I think you should really stay here. I was like, no, it won't be fun. And she called my parents and said, I don't think he's having fun. You need to come and pick him up. And that's what I did. I went home, and I sort of do regret that because, I mean, we paid for the summer camp, which I did get some of my money back, but I didn't get all of it back. So that did kind of suck. But I thought you guys might find this interesting because this is my sucky summer camp experience, and it was really bad. That was one of the worst weeks that I've ever had at a summer camp. It wasn't even really a week. I think I only stayed till Wednesday, and I got there on Sunday. But yeah, I had a pretty bad week, and I haven't actually went back to that summer camp since, because now I go to band camp and stuff. But anyway, if you had a sucky summer camp experience, comment in the comment sections down below about your summer camp experiences, and leave a like if you like this video, or if you've had a similar experience like this. And yeah, so as always, guys, cue the outro.